Hey, welcome back to Jazz Time. JazzTime.com is an online store that buys, sells, and trades authentic luxury watches. We make these videos so you can easily choose the best watch for yourself in the comfort of your own home. We offer the lowest prices anywhere online, and if you'd like to know the price, simply click on the links in the description below. We greatly appreciate if you'd purchase your next watch from us at JazzTime.com. Today we'll be talking about this Rolex Day-Date 40, now discontinued actually, with a silver stripe motif, index hour marks, of course, all white gold construction with the President style bracelet. Reference number 228239. I'll be going over the case, the bezel, the dial, crown functions, as well as this bracelet and the movement. I'll be giving my thoughts throughout the video. Alright, so starting off with this case, we have the 40mm case size from 2 o'clock to 8 o'clock, from finger to thumb, same as the 10 to 4, same distance, same 40mm. It's in the name, Day-Date 40, right? It has the monoblock middle case with the screw down case back and the Rolex winding crown to ensure water resistance down to 100 meters or 330 feet as per basically the standard for Rolex, all these Oyster models. Alright, and as you can see, all white gold construction, high polish along the sides as well as on the fronts as evident on these lugs here. Alright, and basically everywhere on this case. Now, underneath this case, you can also see that there are hallmarks underneath the lugs here. Kind of hard to see on the camera monitoring. You might be able to see it on a larger HD monitor at home on YouTube, but you know, they're certainly there, and you know that you're dealing with precious metals. Alright, in this case, white gold in its entire construction. Speaking of which, you also have the fluted bezel on the front. As indicative of the fluted bezel, it is also white gold, matching with the overall coloration of this watch. Sort of like that highly reflective, just reflects whatever color it happens to catch sort of color. And you know, as is standard with the fluted bezel, it's always made of some sort of gold, in this case, white gold. Alright? And taking a look at this dial, you have basically what used to be known as a tapestry dial. You have the sort of vertical bars going down, the vertical columns going down all the way across, right? And it's sort of like a, I wouldn't really say antiquated, but sort of like a retro, maybe even vintage sort of style dial, often seen on previous older Day-Date models, as well as maybe even some Datejust. I don't remember off the top of my head, but there are some dials that do actually have this sort of pattern, but they're much older, and currently there don't seem to be any in production, at least as of the making of this video in 2021. But certainly you can still get these from us at JazzTime.com. Links in the description below if you want to get one. All right, so you do have that sort of silver stripe motif. It gives it that that sort of essence of, you know, days of yore. Well, not really days of yore, but you know, previous generations of the Rolex models, and certainly has that sort of air about it. Sort of a older elegance, that sort of sense of class that comes with the sort of retro or even vintage style. You also have index hour marks, so you do have that practical purpose of the chroma-light feature on this display here. Nice and easy to see with that that sort of blue tint to the those 18 karat white gold applications for these index hour marks, as well as on the 18 karat white gold hour and minute hands as well. Very easy to see in any low light situation. All right. Now turning the lights back on here, we can actually take a look at the rest of this dial here. You have the Rolex Crown moved down from the 12 o'clock position as you would find on, say, a Datejust. This one, a Day-Date. It has the day at the 12 o'clock position, date at the 3 o'clock position. Underneath the Cyclops lens, nice and easy to read. Fits in with the overall compositional look here. All right. And in order to adjust all of these, it's all done with the Rolex winding crown at the 3 o'clock position. Alright, so simply unwind it to the first position. This allows you to wind the watch. So if you're at a dead stop, you've set this watch down for about a week. Alright, so your seconds hand is probably not going to be moving at that time, so just simply wind it about 20 to 30 full winds. Get it started up, nice and full power reserve. Alright, pull the crown out to the next position. This allows you to change both the day and the date apertures. So if you rotate it clockwise, you advance the date forward by 1, as you can see at the 3 o'clock position. So you can just set this to the day before today. Nice and easy. Alright. Then you can rotate it counterclockwise to advance the day at the 12 o'clock position forward, set to the day before today, for example. All right, so if I was to say today is Tuesday, or today, if today is Wednesday the 2nd, set it to Tuesday the 1st. Then pull the crown out all the way to the final position. Then this actually stops that seconds hand. You can actually push that hour hand all the way around by winding that minute hand multiple times. Move it past midnight so that you know exactly which time of the day it is on Wednesday the 2nd. All right, and then therefore you can then set the hour hand to its approximate position, then adjust the minute hand to its precise position based on the position of that seconds hand. And using the outboard track there for the minute adjustment, you can do so rather easily here. Press the crown all the way back in to start that seconds hand nice and easy. Wind it tightly back against the case to ensure the superior water resistance. Easy, right? All right. Now, what makes all of this work? It is the in-house made caliber 3255. Beats at a vibration per hour rating of 28,800 vibrations per hour. Has a plus or minus 2 second per day time differential. So you can get that superlative chronometer certification as printed on every Rolex dial, as you can see. It also has the Paraflex shock absorbers and parachrome blue hairspring, which allows you to basically, get relatively close to circuitry, potentially magnetize surfaces, and also take a few bumps here and there, and you'll be keeping track of time just fine. The magnetism, electromagnetism, and physical movement will not actually affect the timekeeping ability of this watch. Has 31 joules total, and also has an approximate power reserve of 70 hours. So that means you can set this down on a Friday evening, pick it back up Monday morning, ready to conduct business, and there's no need to wind the watch. Just simply wear it all of Monday, and you'll be up to the full power reserve. And what does that mean? That means that you also have the bi-directional winding rotor on the inside. You can't see it through the case back, but you do have your gold contents worth because this is all white gold construction. So the center mounted winding rotor on the inside will actually rotate around, and then also in doing so, it winds the mainspring barrel in this watch so that you basically charge up the watch just by wearing it, and natural wrist movements throughout the day will actually get it to the full power reserve. Just wear it for one whole day and you're good to go. All right, now taking a look at this framing here, we have the President Bracelet 3-piece links across, semicircular, so you have the best of both worlds. Combining the Oyster bracelet with the Jubilee, you have fewer links so that there's fewer points of failure. Not that Rolex bracelets ever have any failure in them, because if you take a look, there's basically zero tolerance to these bracelets. Incredibly sturdy, and they don't collide with each other because zero tolerance in the bracelets. Nice, feels very good on the outside with that sort of Jubilee style feel, but the Oyster strength. And also the semicircular links on the underside are satin brush finished, so it actually feels very good on the wrist. Going down to the clasp here, it's actually the Rolex concealed folding crown clasp. So to open it, just simply lift the top and you're good to go. You unhook the beak from there, and you also have the Rolex stamped logo on the inside. Let me zoom in on that, get a good focus on there. Stamped logo on the inside with the hallmarks on there so that you know that you're dealing with gold. In this case, white gold. And while I'm here, I'll try it on and give you my thoughts as to how it wears on the wrist. Now, my wrist is 7 inches in circumference, so this is kind of big for me. This is probably the biggest I will ever go. 40 millimeters, kind of big for me, but if you have a wrist larger than mine, you're certainly more welcome to get this one on your wrist. It just feels much better. And certainly with that dial size, feels very good, easy to read. And a lot of people can certainly see it much more easily at a distance. Looking at it down the wrist here, you have a little bit of space underneath these lugs. Not that that's a bad thing, because just a little bit of space above the lugs means that you do get a little bit of extra breathing on the wrist. Not that that's an issue, because you have the President bracelet, feels good on the wrist, and it vents the wrist very nicely. So you can literally wear this all day without having a band of sweat around your wrist, even during a California wildfire. All right. And taking a look at it again on the wrist, sort of straight down, face on, it looks very good. It has the overall, silvery tone to it, that sort of color that basically reflects whatever color it happens to be reflecting, for example. So if I have like a blue surface here, I do have, you know, a blue tint applied to it. So sort of like that stealthy nature as well. The white gold makes it look like it's a potential steal watch. So if you want to go a little bit incognito, but you have the money to afford one of these, then certainly you can go for one. And you have that sort of element of stealth applied there. Only real Rolex collectors and aficionados, hobbyists, and the like will actually really know that this is in fact a gold watch in its full construction. All right, looks very good, very elegant on the wrist, and with that overall form factor, slides very nicely under a suit cuff. So let us know what you would wear this with. Let us know what you would get this, what you would pair this with. What sort of suit you'd pair this with. Let us know down in the comments below. Be sure to like the video if you haven't already, and subscribe. Hit the bell notification so you can be notified when we go live with another video like this one. And as always, if you'd like to purchase this watch, now discontinued, but we can certainly still get them for you at the best possible price online anywhere. Be sure to visit our link down below in the description, jazztime.com. Links in the description where you can see this watch, you can see the high-res images there, and purchase one for yourself or any other watch, really. You can get your next watch through us at the lowest possible price anywhere online. Take care. We'll see you in the next one.
If you want to find out more about the watch you just saw in the video, you can just click below on Show More to see the full description. Then you can check the link next to model as seen in video, click on it, and you will get to the proper page where you can see all the details. If you're watching on a mobile phone, you have to click on the arrow down on the right hand side below the video to see the full description. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to share this video with your friends, you can use the share button below and share it on any platform you like. If you have questions, constructive feedback, want to tell us about some mistakes or misspeaks, just write a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, you should subscribe to our channel and visit our channel page where you can find all the videos. And if you're interested in a specific watch brand, you can check out our playlists. If you want to check the price for a watch or want to buy one, remember at jazztime.com you always get a steep discount, so you should check the prices with us. If you want to know the price for a specific watch, just go to Google, type in JazzTime, plus the brand, model, and the details you're interested in, and Google will find the right page for you. Thank you for watching.